Now, this is a traditional throttle application where you accelerate on the throttle, smoothly picking up the throttle until 100% and decelerating smoothly. Now, this is 1.47.782. By no means my fastest lap, quite a long shot from it, about half a second slower, but let's look at the telemetry data for this lap. So, this is a traditional throttle application where we try to be smooth braking and then smoothly accelerate to a corner. As you can see here, this is the throttle position and this is the correlated speed of the car. Okay, the corrected speed of the car. So as you can see here, in turn 1, we brake. Okay, we go from 100 to 0 throttle almost instantaneously. Braking here. This blip is just a downshift. I blipped the throttle so I wouldn't spin. Okay, and then gradually over here, pushing the throttle, okay, to 100%. Then almost instantaneously dropping the throttle and then smoothly picking it up again to 100%. And this trend goes almost all the way. Here there are some steps to avoid the wheel spin. To not lose control of the car. As you can see, this is a relatively smooth curve. Now, bear in mind that in the MX-5, because it is quite an underpowered car, you can really be quick on the throttle. So, as soon as you reach the apex, you can quickly pick up the throttle and then just modulate a little bit until 100%. As you can see, it's relatively smooth lines all the way to the end. Only hiccup is here over here that I had a little bit of wheel spin more than I would like, so I just released the throttle a little bit just to reapply it until the end. Alright, so now let's play the video of the Senna lap, the Senna application lap. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a master of that technique and by no means I'm the fastest guy out there. I tried to do my best. Eventually it turns out I was 0.2 faster than my fastest smooth lap. However, this was just a test session. In reality, using the traditional throttle application, being smooth in, smooth out, generally a bit more consistent in my times. Using Senna technique was quite an ordeal to find pace at first. It is quite counterintuitive and it needs a lot of practice to get it right. But when you do get it right, it's a nice feeling. Now let's jump to the Senna throttle application technique and hear the distinct engine sound when turning and when applying the throttle. It's very different. So this is a 147.63, about 1.5 tenths of a second faster than the previous lap. Now let's jump to the telemetry and look at that data. So this is the fastest lap I've done with using this Senna's throttle application, which means stabbing on the throttle on and off, high frequency stabbing of the throttle. As you can see, it is mighty different from the traditional throttle application. You can see all these spikes and dips in the throttle application until reaching 100% throttle application. It is quite different, but as you can see, it works out. Now, if we compare that to the original, okay, the traditional throttle application versus Senna application, you can see our corrected speeds are about the same. Okay, now let's see here. Okay, white is the traditional throttle application and red is the Senna. And the throttle is green, the traditional. So over here, over here we can see that okay, with the red I'm able to accelerate a bit faster in general. Okay, we are losing a little bit of speed, but I can brake a bit later. That's what's happening. I brake a little bit later. I keep my speed higher for a bit longer before going into a turn. And over here, it's quite amazing to see how much more speed I was able to carry into the corner. Probably this is where I gain most of the time and surpassed the time of the traditional throttle application is over here. These are the chicanes, not the chicanes, the double turns. Okay, but in general, if we see here, it's a bit difficult to see. Okay. Okay. In white and green is not a good contrast, but in general, okay. So with white is the smooth throttle application. I'm able to go into the 100% throttle application faster, and that's generally true for almost every turn. Okay, you see here, I'm 100% here, and with Senna's throttle application, I'm much later. Okay, but what you lose on the corner exit, you gain on the corner entry and the mid corner, because here I'm 0% throttle, while here, with all the dips and spikes, I'm on average 35 to 40% here. But I do lose on my way out. I would say this throttle application, once mastered, could be very beneficial to use in where corners are, where the corner entry and the mid corner is far more important than the corner exit. And in generally, this is true when the straight after the corners is relatively short, so you don't get to accelerate a lot. So you can keep the momentum of the car going into the corner. Unfortunately, you do lose in the corner exit quite a lot. Of course, this is me talking, who, like I said before, I'm by no means a master of this technique. But it is interesting nonetheless to see the various applications of various techniques.